ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤਿ ਜੁਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਜਪ ਆਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਜੁਗਾਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ ਪੀ ਸੱਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਪੀ ਸੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਅਦਤੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵਾ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਗੁਰੂ ਅੰਗਦ ਪੇਵਾ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਗੁਰੂ ਅਮਰ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਕਰਤਾ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਗੁਰਬਾਰੇ ਪੁਰਖ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਰਜਨ ਸੁਖਦਾਨੀ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਹਰਿ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਗੁਣ ਖਾਨੀ निर्वैर गुरु है श्री हर राय काल मूर्त हर कृष्ण त्याय जुनी तेग बहादुर राय सहपंग गुर दसमें सहाय गुर प्रसाद ग्रंथ गुर ज्ञाना वाहि गुरु बंदन भगवाना बाणी गुरु गुरु है बाणी विच बाणी अमृत सारे गुरबाणी क्या है सेवक जन माने प्रतक गुरु निस्तारे मुख उचरे शास्त्र खाटे पिंगलन छड़ जाए अंध वक्या बदरो सुनाए जो काल कृपा कराए कहा बुद्ध पब तुझ हमारी बन सके महिमा जो तुम्हारी हम न सकता से तुम्हारी आप ले तुम कदा सरारी डंडौत बंधन अनक बार सर्वकला समर्थ है डोलन ते राखो प्रभु नानक दे करात सो कहो टल गुर सेविय निस सहज सभाय दर्शन परस्य गुरु कै जन्म मरण दुख जाय दर्शन परस्य गुरु के जन्म मरण दुख जाय
सतनाम श्री वाहिगुरु साहिब जी एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निरभਉ निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद जप आद सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक होसी भी सच
वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह गुरु रूप साध संगत जी वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह. Today we're continuing on with the Sri Japji Sahib definitions. We have previously gone through three types of definitions now. We've gone through the basic definitions, we've gone through the definitions where each term is defined in its various methods by breaking it up. And we have gone through the last lot of definitions, which is about the characteristics of the Granth, the makeup of the Granth, the relationship the individual has with the Granth and the individual himself, the seeker. And now we're going to start the fourth definitions, which are called the Atibhyapti Dosh Nivirtak Arth. What that means is, it is trying to eradicate any possible faults that may be within the text. And Maharaj is asked this. They are asked, the Siddhs are with Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Obviously they're still on top of the Parvat, they're on top of the Samir Parvat where they are. And Maharaj is asked, they say, within your text, are there any dosh, are there any faults within your text? And Maharaj replies, they say that, hey Siddhs, this mantra that has been created has no faults at all. Has no faults with regards to the Atibhyapti, which is where one thing can lead on to another, and it has no faults there. They say the way you understand this fault is that if you take two things, they can be considered and mistaken one for another. An example is, you can say that one form causes another one to accept it as being another. So an example is, you can say that you have some cattle with horns, and they can be mistaken for other cattle with horns, such as a buffalo, or a cow itself, or a bull, and they can be mistaken because of similarities. And Maharaj is asked, so Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji is sat with the Siddhs, and the Siddhs say, this mantra that you've written, or you've given to us, or you've recited, it's got quite a bit of length. Why, within the Sanatana month, by just saying Om, or Soham, or Bhagavad Kabir Ji gave the mantra Satnam. These mantras that are given, you can reach one with God. Why do you need anything else? You got a good mantra there. Why do we need anything else? And then they say, even with the Gayatri mantra, you get Om Purva Swaha Tat Savitar. It goes on within the Gayatri mantra as well, but it's still comparatively short. So Maharaj is asked, said, you've got your mantra. Why didn't you leave your mantra at Ik Onkar Sat? Why did you have to go on any further? And Maharaj replied,
Naam.
Maharaj replied, Naam. They replied, if we were to maintain that this mantra was simple as that, Ik Oankar Sat, if we were to go, this is this is the Mool Mantra that we are going to give to all of the Sikhs. If Nirgun Vaheguru Brahm, after, because you got to remember this is the mantra that was given by Nirgun Brahm, God without any forms, to the God who has a form. So when Maharaj went into the Vahi Nadi, and they went in there for 3 days, and they went to Sachkhand, where they recited a number of Shabads, this Mool Mantra was given by Parameswar, by God themselves. And God said this mantra up until Gur Prasad. And Maharaj added Japa, Aad Sach Jugad Sach Hai Sach Nanak Hosi Sach. But here they say, why didn't you just leave the Shabad Ik Oankar Sat? That makes life a lot easier for people reciting it. It's very easy to understand, very easy to do the mantra of it. Why did you have to add anything else? And Maharaj added, like Kamalpreet Singh has recited, Naam. They said the reason why we had to do this is because Ik Oankar obviously is about God. That's the invocation to the text. But Sat, if we were to leave the term Sat only within this text, then people consider two things as being Sat. The first one is the lineage of an individual. A lot of people will trace their lineages back and back and back, and they will consider that lineages are endless. You know, I'm here, I had a father, he had a father, he had a father, he had a father. How far back can you trace your lineages? Most of us only know about 3 or 4 generations, that is about it. But if we are to say the human genus, the human gene, goes back so far, even through the theory of evolution they can say it goes back, and it's constant, it is true. And for that reason, Maharaj said we couldn't just leave the definition at Sat, because most people would look at this and go, Ik Oankar, okay, that's the invocation. Sat, that means that this text is talking about the true nature of the human beings and not about God. So for that reason we had to add Naam. The second reason Maharaj says is because they say that other people consider the ethers to be true, the ethers to be constant. So the ethers, when we're talking about the ethers, we mean the sky, the upper worlds, the upper regions. And they consider the sky to be sentient in its way, but it isn't. The sky in itself is insentient. And Maharaj said the last thing I wanted people to do is consider this definition to be about either the sky or the genus. You know, you look at other faiths such as Jains and Buddhists, they consider the universe to be true and constant. Even when disillusion comes, the worlds come to an end, they believe that the universe will remain, and it will remain constantly. For that reason, Maharaj said, I couldn't just leave it as Sat. If I left it as Sat, then people would think that this mantra itself is about either the genus, lineages, or it's about the ether. It's about the universe itself. So they'd consider this text to be is confirmation that we believe that the universe is true. We believe in the actual theological discussions and deliberations of the Jains and the Buddhists, who do not believe that you have to have any sort of reverence towards a godlike figure, and they believe the universe is constant. So Maharaj said, so if we left the mantra Ik Oankar Sat, then people would have said that this is what the text is about, but we had to put, that there's a reason why it had to be Ik Oankar Sat Naam. Naam had to be added, because Naam means that Vaheguru is well known. He is Prasiddh. He is completely well known. He is known, like we said earlier, he is known by every culture as a different name. He is known in every culture as a theological being. He is known even by those who are atheists. They understand what a term of God is, even though they may believe that there is no such thing within existence, or believe there is no such being within existence. There is no such power within existence. But even if you are to consider that, to some point they will have some sort of belief. A lot of atheists don't believe in God because they don't believe they should have to follow something or be boxed into something. Well, Maharaj said I had to add Naam, because Vaheguru is Prasiddh, he is well known. He's well known. While the ethers, nobody knows anything about the ethers. They're just ethers. I'm sure science has them somewhere where they've got different ethers labelled and given names, but it's not well known. Again, the universe itself, it's not well known. The universe is we're still coming up with theories about the universe, or proving theories about the universe correct. Yesterday there was a theory of Einstein about the universe, about two gravitational core stars coming together and meeting, and the wave theory within space and gravitational theory was put to from theory went into actual causal reality and said this has happened billions and billions and billions of years ago, but we're feeling the effects now. So Maharaj said that this mantra is not about any of these things. This mantra is about Waheguru and always will be about Waheguru. I am not here to give praise to anything else but Waheguru. Waheguru is my Guru. Waheguru is my everything. Waheguru is all. So Maharaj said, for that reason I added Ik Onkar, Sat Naam. Naam had to be there. A person has to realize that the name of Waheguru is well known, is known everywhere. And for that reason, this is a characteristic for only God. Sat Naam, the term together, like I said, is a term used for only God. Obviously, there are those people that now use it for their name or whatever, but the term itself, the definition, is used for Waheguru. So Maharaj said we wanted to make sure that the characteristics of God were given here, so nobody would consider them to be anything else. And then Maharaj were asked, they said, okay, we understand that, we now get that. So why didn't you just leave the Shabad at Ik Onkar Sat Naam? And Maharaj replies,
Karta.
Maharaj replies, Karta. They said we had to add Karta. Why is that? We said, remember, this is Atta Vyapti Dosh, where they find a fault within, where the Siddhs are looking for a fault within each and every term, to say, actually, your term means this. And it isn't anything about God. And what they're trying to do is, they're trying to use their pride in over to try to use their logic as well, through their pride, to try to ruin the reputation of Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Maharaj is Apnarayana Kalata Jagamaya Pareva. Maharaj themselves are Brahm. They remain humble at all times and have all the knowledge required to defeat the Siddhs at their arguments. And here Maharaj says, I had to add the term Karta. Or otherwise, if I didn't, then again people would not consider this term to be, this mantra to be about God. And they say, look, the reason is Naam. I've said Naam. Ik Onkar Sat Naam. But if you look at Naam, Naam means name. Naam means a defined name. He said, you have various names between the Hindus, the Muslims, the Christians, the Jews. It doesn't matter where you look at. Everybody has an individual name. Everybody has various names. But what you got to realize is, if Guru Nanak Dev Ji were to just leave the definition at Naam, then a person would go, actually, this definition is again talking about people. It's talking about the various names given to people. The various names given in society to different plants, to different objects, to different beings, to different animals. And Maharaj said, I wanted to make sure that nobody turned around and went, actually, this mantra is not about God, but it's about the characteristics of different people. Considering what we're having today with modern missionary thought, which is a basic atheistic ideal being put within Gurbani, and everything that has been used within Gurbani through its commentaries is now being ridiculed and is now being discouraged to even recite. People are being told not to recite Gurbani again and again. Just do your basic Nityanam, and don't do that. Don't do Sri Guru Gobind Singh Gurbani. Don't read that. Don't have anything to do with this. Do not listen to historical texts by Kavi Santokh Singh Ji or Gyani Gyan Singh Ji or anybody like that. And here what Maharaj is saying is, because of that, we had to add the term Karta. Because only God is the creator. God is the creator of all expanse. He is the creator of everything. And I added Ik Onkar, Sat Naam, Karta. I had to add the term Karta. Karta had to be added. So people aren't going to sit there going, Ik Onkar Satnam, this means something about individuals and different people and their names and their backgrounds. Maharaj said I had to add Karta. In order by adding Karta I could show that actually the term Naam is about Vaheguru, it is about Karta. And it's the same. Ik Onkar Sat is defined as being something to do with Paramatma because Naam was added. Ik Onkar Satnam is defined as being a term or terms used for God only because Karta was added. And that's what Sri Nanak Ji get up to. And we'll go on to the next, the continuation of these definitions in this Ati Bhakti Dosh, because what the Siddhs will do, every point within the Sri Mool Mantar time, they will get asked, why have you continued this mantra, why not just leave it where it is? And so far we've talked about Ik Onkar, Satnam and Karta. And we'll go on to Purkha next time. So Kamalpreet Singh, if you want to recite the Mool Mantra, then we'll read the Mangals afterwards.
Ik Onkar Satnam Karta Purkh Nirpau Nirvair Akal Murth Ajuni Saipang Gurprasad Jap Ad Sach Jugad Sach Happy Sach Nanak Hosi Pi Sach
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. He Gobind He Gopal He Dayal Lal Prananath Nath Sake Deen Dard Nevar He Samrath Agam Purana Mohe Me Atar Andhakup Mahapayan Nanak Pare Utar Aye Prabhu Saranagati Kirpa Nidayal Eke Akhara Har Manavasta Nanak Hotanayal Vaheguru Naam Jahaj Hai Charas Utare Par Jo Sharda Kar Sevte Guru Pare Utar Nahar Jo Sharda Kar Sevte Guru Pare Utar Nahar Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.